Right, the knockout blow, well, it had been applied before today, but it was finally done for Ipswich Town, losing against Newcastle United by 3-0. So they are confirmed, along with Southampton and Leicester, to be returning to the Championship next season. Merce, we'll talk about Newcastle United in just a moment in terms of what that means for their Champions League hopes next season. Puts them in a very good position indeed. But for Ipswich Town, listen, of the three sides who came up, probably at the start of the season, you look at them with the business they did in the summer, thinking of the three, they probably would make the best fist of it. But in the end, only 4 wins all season. Why have they been so far short in the end?
Oh, it's probably just not good enough. Just not good enough. I think it's as simple as that. I think there's such a gulf between the Championship and the Premier League, such a gulf. And the last 2 games, having players sent off and going down to 10 men. I think there's been games where they've been unlucky, you know, when they were up against Villa. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden Wolves went on that run and got some results. So, yeah, I felt they were always in it from January. I thought they always had a little bit of a chance. And now, come what April, end of April, they've been blown away, really. It looks like it's been it was over a long time ago. But, yeah, I just don't think they're good enough. Don't think they're good enough at all. They tried to play. This is what I don't work out when teams come up. They've got to mix it up. They've got to mix it up. Because of this new Pep Guardiola way, everybody thinks they've got to play it. He plays like that, and Arsenal play like that, and Liverpool play like that because they've got top draw players. If you haven't got top draw players, don't play like that. Don't play like that. Get the ball. I went and watched Real Madrid last week against Atletico Bilbao. No, Atletico Bilbao, a top team. They're in the semi-final of the Europa. They've got every chance of winning it.
Lucky to get past Rangers.
Every time the goalie got it from a goal kick, he hit it long.
He launched
it. Everyone. He didn't go, you know what, we're at the Bernabeu, let's try and play out here and let us get the ball nicked off us and Real Madrid keep on scoring every 5 minutes. He didn't. They just went bang, hit it long, get it in the other half, and you come and break 10 of us down. And, you know, that was the thing for me. I just find that these managers come in and they get the players playing and they're not good enough. You know, you're talking about... You've got to remember, and it's in no disrespect to a lot of the teams, the worst players on the pitch usually are the centre-halves. They're the less ball players, unless you're a Van Dijk or someone like that. And sorry, Dawes, but you know what? I agree. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
You just feel like that there?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I know what you're saying, Merce.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And you're a centre-half because you can't play centre-forward.
Yeah, and they're touching the ball more times than anybody else.
Yeah.
And they're all touching it in their own box. And there's just pressure on them.
Do you think it's because the managers now, like, if you're seen to play that style of football, you've got more a chance of getting a bigger job?
100%. Well, look at Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
He's manager of Bayern Munich. He's just won the league. I mean, he was manager at Burnley last year. They went down. I mean, and I think that's the problem. I think they're not more flexible. I think everybody now has swallowed a manual.
Yeah.
I think they've swallowed a manual, and it's like total soccer. And that's not the way. That's not the way. You've got to keep these teams up. These fans live the dream. Get the ball up the other end. And just play and make teams work to score goals. Make them work. Stop giving goals away.
So what's the blueprint then? We'll finish off on Ipswich because it's been an extraordinary story over the last couple of seasons. But in terms of the teams coming up, we already know it's Leeds United, it's Burnley as well. We wait to see who joins them from the playoffs in a few weeks' time. Is it first and foremost about being pragmatic, being hard to beat before you do anything else in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be get the ball away from your goal and let teams beat you and score goals. Not like mistake after mistake. I think that's the case. I think you come up and you have it in your head, even like a big club like Leeds are coming up, one of the big clubs, and they're even big in the Premier League. Got to come up and think 17th. That's all you got to think. Don't think, oh, look where Forest are, we can do what Forest done, or we can do what Brentford done, we can do what Leicester done a few years back. No, get 17th. That gives you another 100 million. That gives you another player or 2 or 3 players you can buy top draw. And then another year. And before you know it, in 3 years' time, you're going to be a Brentford.
Yeah.
And you're going to be middle of the table. You're going to be safe. You're going to play good football. And you're going to have fans that don't live in drama. And they'll enjoy their football. And that's what you've got to do. But at the moment, everybody's going up and down.
I think Ipswich could do that, though. I think they've got the potential to come back down and
they'll come back up.
Blitz the champion. If they keep the players.
Yeah, they're good championship players. They're good championship players, a lot of them. I think Delap will go, but I ain't sure where he'll go.
And it's also interesting seeing the scenes at the end. These pictures sum it up because, yeah, it's been a disappointing season. But over the course of the last couple of seasons, it has been an extraordinary story. 2 seasons ago, they're in the 3rd tier. And then last season, the Championship, 98 points, 28 wins, and they come up into the Premier League. Only 5 teams have ever done those back-to-back promotions from League One all the way to the Premier League. It's a story that looks like it'll continue next season.
I think it will. I think the players that they bought were sort of like not really just good enough for the Premier League, but too good for the Championship. And I think this is not a team that we come back in August and it's been dismantled. It'll be virtually the same team. So for me, I think they'll be all right next season. I was doing a charity in Ipswich yesterday afternoon, and there was people I was talking to who were going up for the game. That's how loyal they are. That's how loyal. I just got to say one thing. Can I just say hello to Louis Williams, who's a good friend of the family of Jude Bellingham's, a big Arsenal fan. I said I'd give him a shout out. I see him last week at the Burnabout, and what a family, the Bellinghams. What a family.
You're going to start a trend, Merce, by the way.
No,
and by the way, you've had a busy week because on Thursday night I came to see you at the Elgiver in Cheshire, your chat show.
Yeah.
Very, very good, by the way. Really good. Hey? Not him hosting the chat show. Perry Groves leading the questions.
Mike, pick that up.
Excellent.
Pick that up for me. Mike, pick that up for me.
And by the way, he had a very big fan on the front row, but I'm not going to say any more than that. Let's talk about Newcastle United because they put themselves in a great position heading into the final games of the season, up into 3rd. I mean, they had 78% possession today. It's the highest recorded anywhere in the Premier League this season. Restricted Ipswich Town and not a single shot on target and on goal in the second half. In terms of the team scrapping for that top 5 finish, they're in pole position right now.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. I think they've done very well. I think they're a very good football team. I think they're a good football team, and if they can put the icing on the cake. I thought they started off slow. I thought it was one of them start off, it's Ipswich are coming to town, we'll beat these. Didn't work out at the start, and then they started, going through the gears, and then you had the sending off, who Mike said it was a sending off straight away, and fair play, it was. And then they scored the penalty, and then after that, they literally dominated the game, dominated. I think, Tonali and Bruno, I think Murphy, top players. I think Tonali and Bruno in midfield, and usually with Joe Linton, Willett coming today, who's another good player. They got some good players, some really good players, Newcastle. And if they can keep players fit next season, they can keep Isaac. I think they'll definitely be.
Well, he's moved on. He's from the penalty spot. 22 Premier League goals this season, most he's ever scored in a Premier League season. If they secure Champions League football, the likelihood of him staying surely grows massively, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just don't know how the rules work with the fair play and everything. I don't know how you have to manage your books. You know what I mean? If someone comes in for 100 million in this day and age is a lot of money. A lot of money. You can buy a lot with 100 million. So I don't know how it works at Newcastle. They had to sell Anderson last year. What a prospect he is. Probably play for England before the end of next season. So for me, I don't really understand how this fair play rule works, but money talks.
I think it's interesting with Newcastle because you look at Tonali's been linked with a move back home as well. Isak's the one where you would say will generate probably the most money, but I don't really. Joe Linton, that have been excellent players, but who's going to spend 80, 90 million to try and entice him away from Newcastle? I mean, you're on the call of
who?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. Isak, somebody would pay money for him.
I think someone pays money for Bruno as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to go. I mean, the club's phenomenal. Why would you want to go? But I don't know how you balance the book.
Another thing is as well, see, if you're giving shout-outs, can I shout out one to the pilot's about to fly me in an hour? I'll be there.